If you have ever tried growing king oyster mushrooms and found them particularly finicky or troublesome, here are some tips to get the most robust, uniform growth. King oyster, or Pleurotus eryngii, is different from most mushrooms in that the stem is the prime edible part of the mushroom. The thick, dense stems are entirely edible and when cooked become succulent and slightly sweet. King oysters are very popular because of their firm texture and adaptability as a meat substitute, as well as their long shelf life when stored in the refrigerator. The first thing when growing king oyster mushrooms is to ensure that you have the proper growing conditions. Almost 100% of failure when it comes to growing king oyster from ready-to-fruit blocks is an improper fruiting environment. King oysters need cool fruiting temperatures and lower humidity. Think 55 to 62 degrees Fahrenheit and 60% humidity. When temperatures exceed 62 degrees, king will fail to pin well, if at all. When it comes to humidity over 65 can lead to bacterial blotch on the mushroom stems as well as warting on the mushroom caps. To jumpstart your crop, something we found helpful is refrigerating king oyster ready-to-fruit blocks for a minimum of 24 hours before opening them to fruit, especially in the summer months. This ensures that the substrate remains cool during the pinning stage when the temperature is most critical. After removing the block from the cooler, lightly massage the top of the block directly over the plastic. This encourages pinning on the top of the block as opposed to the sides. It's not unusual for mushrooms to start growing on the side of the block between the block and the plastic because that is where the humidity is at its highest. If you opt to not massage the block, the mushrooms will still grow, but it's not uncommon for them to grow along the sides of the bag and end up with a sideways fruiting such as this. Pull the top of the bag upward to allow air to enter the bag through the filter patch, but keep the bag intact. Keeping the bag intact will ensure proper humidity for pin set. Once the pins grow to about 1/2 to 1 inch in height, you can cut open the top of the bag. To open the bag, take a scissors and cut across the top below the seal but above the filter patch. The remaining collar of the bag will keep humidity localized around the developing mushrooms while still allowing airflow to prevent malformation. If bags are not cut open, the mushrooms will still grow, but you'll see some malformation on the caps due to high CO2 levels. The remainder of the bag left intact will allow just enough humidity to keep the mushrooms happy without needing to provide anything extra. Monitor the mushrooms over the next several days. Time from massaging until full mushroom development can take anywhere from 10 to 14 days depending on your temperature. Harvest is best when caps are slightly curled under, but you can also wait until they start to flatten out if time gets away from you. Harvest all the mushrooms at the same time. Harvesting individual mushrooms disrupts further maturation of the remaining pins. Happy growing!